it's unbecoming of a Prime Minister to, in a way, introduce his new ministers when they were recently appointed and they went to Kokopo. There could have been a better way to introduce the ministers. Instead of going down the path of saying, Migilim Checkbook Lol, Yang Kloman, All Bagarabim so, All Bagarabim or writing was some personal name Lolna, Mirausin, I give him checkbook long, All Blasinian man. I think he could have said it like I thank the former finance minister who's been faithfully, serving the government, helping me hold government together for the last 5 years. I know his contributions. I thank the people of Finschhafen for electing him, and he was able to support me to form a government, hold together a government. And on that juncture, I wish him well, and at the same time, I appoint this leader to be the new finance minister. Now, when he said, Nipla Minister Solim checkbook, I'm former finance minister. I could say the same thing for him when he was finance minister. Molim checkbook 8 years so no when Peter O'Neill was prime minister. 8 years Molim checkbook. That statement could simply apply to him as well. To say that Molim checkbook for 8 years. And members and ministers and everyone knows that. We ministers don't hold the checkbook like in private Benutla. There are processes in place. There are systems in place. And we operate within the space of our budget. So for him to say that Niplolim checkbook was a personal something, that Niplo not threatened good, is unbecoming of a prime minister. And he should not have this emotional short outburst, knee-jerk reaction to statements that he's saying in most of his speeches. So, meeting him to Keramato. Thank you, former finance minister. helping me. Leadership bill, contribution bill, the government will note him. Now I'm go now me making my minister. Rise above the politics. He's just maybe so and a bit politically so from me exiting government and exiting for the last 2 or 3 months, but he forgets that I was with him. Who I was, he's talking about who I am now. And he forgets who I was to him in 5 years. And most of the members in government, they know who I was to Prime Minister. My loyalty, my contribution, my commitment to him in the last 5 years is unquestionable, and I was loyal to him. Just because I have chosen to leave government, it's feeling a bit sore to say that I've reduced the checkbook. So, I think Prime Minister can, introduce his new ministers with a form of, grace and rising above as a senior statesman. He holds the highest office in this country. Prime Minister even to thank you na. Thank you all man only office na helping you for 5 years. Then you can introduce a new minister. You don't need to spoil the guy who stayed with you for 5 years just because he's left you for 5 months and you want to introduce whoever who is capable of running any department. We're not saying it's wrong. It's your prerogative as Prime Minister to appoint.